everyone, welcome back. It's my aka Swedish Whiskey Girl, and today we are on December 8th, so we are gonna open another door. If I can find it. I can. Do we think I can do this as beautifully as I did yesterday? I don't think so. I'm already struggling, so no. If I could just get my thumb in there. Come on. I feel like I'm gonna accidentally open another door just because I'm struggling so much. There we go. Let's have a look. See if we can get something more on the nose today. I never know how to open these. Pour a little dram. Also quite a similar, like almost orangey colour today. Ooh, let's put, all these pieces are falling off, all the wax. Let's start by having a look on the nose. Interesting. It has a fruitiness, but it also reminds me of, it has something nostalgic in it, but it also has almost like a beer note. I think the nostalgic note is a note of dusty fabrics, like a dusty attic, and wooden, old, quite cold wooden floors. The nose reminds me of walking up into an attic or a basement that is all wooden and finding treasures. By treasures I mean like old clothing or old items, maybe from my grandparents. Interesting. Dusty attic. But it is also something fruity. At first I want to say orange, or like blood orange. Still quite a gentle nose, it doesn't jump out, but pleasant. But let's have a little sip. Sláinte. We'll warm it up a little bit as well. A little bit orangey, I would say. It has something familiar, especially on the finish. The problem with blind tastings is that your brain is searching for something to hold on to try and identify it. So as soon as like something pops up in my head and my brain goes, yeah, that could be it. It kind of attaches to it, and it's very, very difficult to not go down that route. I think that's a bit of what happened with the teal and black pits that we tried the other day. My brain focused so much on it being unpeated that I didn't even think about looking for peat. And this is doing the same thing. It's telling me that familiar thing might be that it's an Irish whiskey. But my brain is also saying, but we had an Irish whiskey yesterday, so it might not be. It might be something completely different. And it's just so hard to understand when your brain is trying to trick you, when you're actually recognizing something because of knowledge or experience, rather than your brain going, that must be it. If that makes sense. Sounds like my brain has its own will, and then I have my other will, but it's, yeah, I don't know, do you understand what I mean? Obviously it's also quite mild. It's a bit of a grassiness meets grain, but like biscuity green. And I don't know if it's that biscuit note that I got yesterday that is telling me that it might be Irish today. But it's a little bit more robust, I feel like, than what we got yesterday. I'm getting a little bit more aromas. And it is... I feel like I recognise it. Whereas when I tried it yesterday, there was something familiar about it, but not completely. This also, I must say, has a note of something that is a little bit bitter, which is a little bit too bitter for my own personal taste, but it also makes the whiskey exciting. I don't know if I make any sense today, but it's because the other flavours are quite pleasant, but that note of that kind of bitter note in the middle lifts it, like it makes it more interesting. I'm like, it makes it feel not so flat, if that makes sense. But let's find out what this is. I have no idea, really. Oh. Now I know what that is. So this is Tennessee Straight Whiskey, small batch from Daddy Rack? Daddy Rack? Okay, fine. I know what the finish is. It's Tennessee whiskey finish. That's what the biscuity note is from. Very smooth. Yeah. No, because you know how I mentioned that the finish is really nice and it's very familiar? It is American whiskey essence. It's that note that I think the virgin oak, the new oak brings. That slightly toasted wood meets sweetness, that whole shebang. My thoughts did not go to across the pond at all. Nice though. What is that bitterness? Is that also from the virgin oak perhaps? Why is it as soon as you know what it is, it brings out more flavours? Or is it just that it's been sitting in a glass for 30 seconds longer? Now it's so clear and I almost feel a bit foolish not being able to even guess that. But my mind was set on... Ooh, my camera actually cut out. But I was going to say that my mind was completely set on Europe for this. It's... yeah. Now it's all so clear. It wasn't before. But I mean, I'd love to hear, do you like Daddy Rack? Have you tried Daddy Rack? I don't know anything about it, so let me know in the comments if you know anything more than I do, and I'll need to do some research on this. But I hope to see you tomorrow for the next day. Sláinte Skål.